Now, the human rights group Amnesty International has said that Nigerian security forces were aware of the planned raid on a girls' school by Islamist militants 4 hours before it took place, but failed to take action. The group says that only a small contingent of 17 soldiers was in place at the school and was unable to prevent the abduction of more than 200 schoolgirls. Well, our reporter Deborah Patter is in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. How's this going down there?
Well, actually, it comes as no surprise to many Nigerians, particularly those who have experience of the northernmost parts of this country, which is a Boko Haram stronghold. For a long time, they've been saying that the central government basically ignores them and has almost handed over the area to Boko Haram. But what the Amnesty International statement does is provide more detail of what people suspected on that night. Those girls had spent a hard day studying, went to bed at midnight. The militants burst into their dormitory, herded them into trucks and took them off. They, in fact, thought they were Nigerian soldiers at the time. But 4 hours earlier, Amnesty International says there was a warning and a lot more could have actually been done to help them. This is going to make the protesters, this whole incident has sparked nationwide protests, a lot angrier. They've been in sit-ins, marching in the streets for many, many days now, and this is likely to really enrage them further. The feeling is that it's only nearly a month now, and President Goodluck Jonathan of Nigeria is only now starting to take the abductions seriously. And quite frankly, they say that's only because the international community is taking them seriously.
Deborah Patter in Abuja. Well, a little earlier, I was joined from central London by Mahmoud Kamara of Amnesty International, and in the studio by Dimiri von Kemedy, a friend and advisor to the Nigerian president, Goodluck Jonathan, who was on a visit to London. And I began by asking Mr. Kamara from Amnesty how sure he was of their sources that there was a clear warning to the state government and the Nigerian military.
We have spoken to over a dozen people, and they have given us various but consistent accounts about what happened on the 14th of April. And we have spoken to two senior Nigerian military officers who are privileged to information that suggests that the army headquarters in Maiduguri and the army base in Damboa, as well as the small army units in Chibok, were informed about the pending attack on Chibok town.
This suggests that the Nigerian military and state government were either incompetent or afraid.
I think what's important to note is that for the past 2 years, there has been stability, relative stability in Maiduguri as a result of the gallant work of the Nigerian armed forces. That suggests that we do have a competent armed force in place. But
not in this instance, does it? I mean, if this is the case,
the point I want to underscore is that we do have competent armed forces in place who are working day and night to keep our people secure. Well, and I cannot imagine for 1 minute that our armed forces will have credible reports of an impending attack and not take action. So
you don't believe this? Is that what you're saying?
No, I do not believe that.
Mr. Kamara, well, the presidential advisor says he doesn't really believe this.
Well, that's his views, and what we have repeatedly said, and this is something that we have said in meetings with Nigerian authorities in and outside Abuja, and is that we know that people provide information most of the time to the Nigerian security forces, and in most cases the information is not immediately acted upon, and in some cases when it's acted upon, the attack has already taken place, which suggests that there is a seeming lack of political will, there's a seeming lack of sincerity in terms of the information and communication coming from the Nigerian authorities.
These are very alarming reports. I mean, do you accept that schools are inadequately defended right now? I mean, perhaps it's not possible to defend every school, but I mean, do you accept what Amnesty are reporting?
It is obviously difficult to protect every household, every school, but that's what the Nigerian government and the Nigerian military is working every day and every night to achieve.
Can you, hand on heart, say that you are able to protect the people in these areas?
We are working day and night to protect our people all over Nigeria, particularly in northeast Nigeria. Let's not forget that we have been able to stop hundreds and hundreds of attacks throughout that area. But unfortunately, as it's always the case, when there is one successful strike by the terrorists, that gets to be heard about. But of course, even one is too much.
Just last word to you, Mr. Kamara. I mean, do you have confidence in the Nigerian military's ability to defend the people?
Well, I think that's a question for the Nigerian people. We speak to the ordinary Nigerians. We speak to the victims of killings, extrajudicial as well as unlawful killings by both state and non-state actors. And the information we get is that that's the initial trust, the initial confidence on the Nigerian security forces to provide security for its people is gradually, in fact, rapidly waning. And what the people are asking for now, and we as an organization, we are in solidarity with the parents and the people of Nigeria, asking for genuine and concrete information about what steps, concrete steps have been taken to rescue these girls and reunite them with their families.
Amnesty International debating the Nigerian presidency.